Hello everyone, good evening. In the today's session of General Aptitude, we are going to learn about missing letters question. This is our second last topic. In missing letters question, the questions are asked related to the positions of the English alphabets. So we have to memorize the positions of the alphabets to answer each and every question based on this topic. Okay. So various types of alphabet reasoning are: first is the alphabet means directly related to the alphabets. We can answer the questions according to the alphabet's positions, right? Uh, the second is the concept of EJOTY. EJOTY. Uh, E is at the fifth position, J is at the 10th position, O is at the 15th position, and T is at the 20th position, and Y is at the 25th position. So remembering this letters, if we can't remember positions of each and every alphabet, we can remember this thing easily. Okay, EJOTY means 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 the positions. And according to this, we can remember the alphabets position that are near to this alphabets. Okay. The next one is positions of letters from the right hand side, because normally we the alphabets we count from the left hand side, right? The position of A is first, position of B is 2, according to the left hand side, right? But if the question is asked from the right hand side, means the position of A will be 26 from the right hand side, the position of B will be 25th from the right hand side. Okay, the position of Y is 2 from the right hand side. So we have to remember all these things also. This next one is finding the central symbol, letter or digit. Means if we have two letters given and we have to find between the middle letter between them. Okay, how to do that? And fill in the blank series. Some letters are given and some letters are not given, and we have to fill that blank series. So how to do this type of questions, we will learn all about that. Last class video is already uploaded. I have uploaded already the last class video. On the same day, I have uploaded that. So kindly check. The name of that video is, I think, General Aptitude Friday batch, the date, and yes, so you can find that. Till next Friday, the classes will be conducted till next Friday only. The next Friday is the last class, right? So we will complete, because this is our second last topic, so we'll complete all the topics in the next class. Like it has been like only 4 minutes we have started the class, so you haven't missed anything important. Yeah, I will repeat the slide again. Okay. Okay, so next week you have revised sessions also on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Please find your batch details and attend that for the revised session. Okay, now first of all, start with the first. Missing letters questions are based on the positions of the English alphabets. Okay, like we have did already the number series. Okay, it's a number series is based on the numbers like perfect squares, perfect cubes, or prime numbers, or additions, arithmetic and geometric series. Here the missing letters are based on the English alphabets. Okay, so we have to actually remember the uh, alphabetically positions of them to answer each and every question. So there are different types of reasoning that are based um, on that base we have to do the missing letters question. So first is the alphabet. Okay, the positions of the alphabets. The second is concept of EJOTY. If we remember the word EJOTY, we can easily remember the positions of the all the alphabets, like E is at the 5th position, J is at the 10th position, O is at the 15th, T is at the 20th position, and Y is at the 25th position. So in this way, we can remember all the alphabets that are for the all the alphabets we can remember if we remember this EJOTY. Now next is positions of letters from the right hand side. Okay, normally we count the positions from the left hand side, like the position of A is 1 from the left hand side. Position of C is 3 from the left hand side. But from the right hand side, the position of C is 24 and the position of A is 26. Okay, so we have, if the question is saying from the right hand side, then we have to do the calculations accordingly. And the next is the finding the central symbol letter or digit, means if two letters are given and we have to find the central middle letter, middle alphabet between them. And the last one is a fill in the blank series. Some letters are given and some letters are not there, and we have to fill the blanks. So how to do that type of questions? uh, Chitrotla, I don't know it is for all the subjects, but it is for general aptitude. Maybe you can confirm with your like from portal that it is for all the subjects or not. I have information for general aptitude only, that it has a revised session on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So in which batch you are, please confirm that. Yeah, revised sessions for general aptitude, because your exam is too close now. Okay. So there are some revised sessions in the next week, in the coming week. Please, I don't have much information about that. Please ask from this about this at the portal, and you will have the time. Like I think the same time you have the revised sessions also the same time, 7 p.m. So please confirm about that from the portal. Okay, so let's start with our from the missing letters. There are the 5 concepts. First is the alphabet. Okay, the English alphabet contains 26 letters. Out of them, 5 are the English vowels. Okay, some questions have um, series based on the vowels and consonants also. So A, E, I, O, and U are the vowels, as you all know, and the others are the consonants, right? The total are 26 letters. From A to M, the alphabet completes the first 13 letters, and that is the first half. While the second half starts from 14th letter, that it starts from N and ends at Z. Okay. So whenever you have this type of questions, the based on the missing letters, then first of all write the English alphabet in this form, either in this form, okay, or the second form is this. Okay. So this is the first 13 letters from A to M, and the last 13 letters from 14 to 26 are this from N to Z. Okay, so if you write in this form, then uh, you can answer the questions very easily. Now the next is, if you have any question, any query related to this slide, please ask me. And if not, we can move to the next slide. Okay. Now concept of EJOTY. EJOTY, if you remember this words, this 5 letters EJOTY, then it is very easy for you like to answer the questions with a very minimum time. Okay, like the EJOTY, the E is at the 5th position, J is at the 10th, O 15th, T 20, and Y is at the 25th position. Okay, means they are in the multiples of 5. Now, let us take an example of name Ravi. If we have to find the positions of the letters of Ravi, so we can see, means we don't have to write all the alphabets here. There is no need to write. We can just see that R is close to O, like uh, LMNOP. Okay, so LMNOP. So O and P. Okay, QR. Okay, so O is at the 15th, so it is 16, 17, and 18th position. Okay, so R is at the 18th position, then A is at the first position. Okay, and V is close to TUV. So if it is T is at the 20th position, then V will be 22 position. So we can write directly that V is at the 22 position because it is close to T. Okay, then for I, for I, because it is close to J. Okay, IJ, I is here, so IJ, so I is at the 9th position. So we can count the numbers: 18 for R, A for 1, and V for 22, and I for 9. So add this number. So this is the uh, alphabetically positions of this word. So we can easily remember the positions of all the alphabets if we remember the positions of the EJOTY. So this is the concept of EJOTY, to remember the positions of the all the alphabets to answer the missing letters questions easily. Okay. Next is positions of letters from right hand side. Many times we get questions in the test that ask us the positions of a letter from the right hand side. Although like we are in a bit habit of calculating, counting the numbers from the left hand side, because we write the numbers, we always write from the left hand side to the right hand side. So that's why we count from the left hand side to the right hand side. Okay, like A, B, C, D, like this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is from the left hand side position, not from the right hand side. Okay, so if the question, suppose there are if the question is asking from the right hand side, then what is the formula? If you remember the position in the left hand side, so there is no need to write the alphabets again and count for the right hand side. You can use this formula n plus 1 minus r. For example, uh, let's say for f, we know that from the left hand side the position of f is 7. Now we have to find the position of f from the right hand side. Okay, so use the formula n plus 1 minus r. N is the total numbers, total alphabets are 26, plus 1 minus the position of f from the left hand side, that is 7. So 26 plus 1 is 27, 27 minus 7 is 20. So from the right hand side the position of f is 20. Does this make sense? Please let me know if you have any query related to this. Yeah, F, the position of F from the right hand side uh, is 20. Okay, like A, B, C, D, E, and F. If we count from the right hand side, then its position will be 20. Yeah, from, oh, sorry, I have taken the F position as 7, its position is 6. Sorry, by mistakenly. So here, we will get here 21. So the position of F from the right hand side will be 21. Okay, likewise, we have to calculate for any number, we can calculate in this way. For example, the position of X from the left hand side is 24. Okay, and we have to calculate the position of X from the right hand side. So n plus 1 minus R, 26 plus 1 minus 24. Okay, so its position from the right hand side is the third. So first position is Z from the right hand side, second position is Y, and third is X. So in this way we can calculate easily. So just remember the formula n plus 1 minus R. Yes. Right hand side means Z, Y, X, W, V, like this. This is from the left hand side. From the right hand side, the position of Z is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like this. Okay. So this is from the right hand side positions. Does this make sense? Okay, next is finding the central. Many times the question asks the middle letter digit in the sequence given in the in this type of questions. What we have to do, if the two different positions are given from the same side, okay, this should have to be the positions from the same side, either from the left hand side or either from the right hand side, then we can apply this. Okay, so if the positions are from the both are the from the left hand side, then we can simply add up the two different positions from the same side and get their simple average, and thus the correct answer. Okay, for example, the position of E is 5 and O is 15, right? And we have to find the middle number between them. So what we have to do, we have to add this positions. 5 plus 10 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Means the middle letter between them is at the 10th position, because their both positions are given from the left hand side. So middle number between them will be at the 10th position, and we know that the at the 10th position that is J. Okay, so the middle number between them is the J, because the both positions of E and O are given from the left hand side, right? So if the question has given the positions from the right hand side, let's say from the right hand side, like first from the position of F from the right hand side is given as 21. If the sum is not divisible by 2, then there will be two letters between them. The middle numbers are 2, like we do in the median to find the median, same way. Mm, for that, let's take an example. Okay, let's take an example of E and what is the middle number between E and okay, E and H. So H is at the 8th position. 8 plus 5, we know that it is 13. Okay, 13 is not divisible by 2. 13 divided by 2 gives 7.5. Sorry, 6.5. Right? So the middle number will be between 6th and the 7th number, means there is no one number is middle between them. So middle numbers are 2, 6 and 7. Means uh, 6 means 7, sorry, F and G are both are the middle numbers of E and H, not a single number. Because we got 6.5, that's why 6 and 7th both positions are the middle of E and H. In this way you can find the answer. Do you understand this? We can apply this for any numbers. Okay, now if the question is says the both positions are given from the right hand side, let's say the it says that the 21st letter, what is the middle letter, what is the middle letter between the 21st letter and the 26th letter from the right hand side. Okay, so from the right hand side, so we have to do the same thing. 21 plus 28 divided by 2. 21 plus 28 is 29. Sorry, this is 26, or says 25. Okay, so what is the middle number between the 21st letter and the 25th letter? Okay, so 21 plus 25, it gives 46 over 2 means 23. So 23rd letter from the right hand side uh, is the middle letter between them. So 23rd from the right hand side is W. Okay, and if we don't know the position from the right hand side, then again convert this 23 into the left hand side and write the answer. Sorry, 23 from the right hand side will be the, first of all, convert it from in the left hand side. So it will be 26 plus 1 minus 23, and it gives 4. Okay, so fourth letter from the left hand side is D. So answer is D. Okay, from the right hand side, if the question says that find the middle letter between the 21st letter and the 25th letter from the right hand side of the alphabet. Okay, so the positions are from the right hand side. So we don't firstly we have to find the middle letter. So there is no need to write the positions of 21 and 25. Just add them together and divide it by 2. So 21 plus 25 over 2 gives 23. Okay, so 23 is the position of the middle letter from the right hand side, not from the left hand side. So we have to write the letter. Okay, so for write the letter, we should know its left hand position, left hand side position. So convert this 23 into the left hand side. So in the left hand side, it will be 26 plus 1 minus 23 and plus 1. So it gives 26 plus 1 minus 23. Okay, because we got the 23 in the from the right hand side. So from the left hand side, it gives 4. 26 plus 1 is 27. 27 minus 3 is 20, means 4. So 4 is from the right, left hand side position, and fourth position is at the D. D is at the fourth position. So answer is D. Okay, now if the question says, like find the middle letter between the 12th letter from the left hand side and the 20th letter from the right hand side, then what you have to do? In this, firstly convert the right hand side position into the left hand side and then find the middle letter accordingly. Okay, firstly, if the both the positions are from the left and the right, then you can just directly add them and divide it by 2 and find the answer. But if the positions is one is left hand side and one is right hand side, then convert the right hand side position to the left hand side position, find the letters position from the left hand side and do the same process. Does this make sense? Please let me know if you have any doubt with this. Okay, next one is fill in the blank series. Okay, fill in the blank series. This type of series consists of small letters which follow a specific pattern or series. Some spaces are left blank in the between the series given, and we have to fill in the blanks from the given options to make a pattern. Like you can see, this is the example. Okay, so what you have to do, there are, you can see that PQ, now there are two blanks are here, then QPP, and then two blanks are here, and then one blank in the last. So means all these numbers should have to be, we have to write here in the blank positions and should made a particular pattern. Okay, like for example, if we start with the first, in this type of questions, what you have to do, you have to use the options to find the correct answer. Manisha, yes, actually in the last first, one of the student has doubt in this, so let me clear her doubt. In the n plus 1 minus r is, this is a formula to find the position of the, from the right hand side. If the position is given from the left hand side, then if we have to find the position from the right hand side, then we can use, and if the position is given from the right hand side and we have to find the position from the left hand side, also we can use this formula, n plus 1 minus r. If left hand side position is given and we have to find the right hand side position, then we can use this formula. If right hand side position is given and we have to find the left hand side position, we can also use this formula. So for both we can use this formula. Okay, so in this questions, for this type of questions, we have to use the options to find the correct answer. Like so this is our question. Let's start with the first and second options. Okay, so either here all the letters are, means for the all the blanks we have to write P, right? So all the five P's we have wrote here in the blank. So is there any pattern is making? PQ, then PP, then Q, then PPPP, PQP. So there is no pattern, okay, in this numbers. So means first option is not our answer. So let's try with the second. P, P, then Q, then P, and then P. Let's see if there is a pattern making. PQP, 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 PQP. So you can see that there is a pattern PQP, PQP, PQP. The first, second, PQP, PQP. So there is a pattern. Okay. So option 2 is our correct answer. Okay. So the solution I have wrote here in this words. So how we have to apply the pattern and find the correct answer. Let's do some, so we have already see the 5 concepts of the missing letters. Now do some let's do some practice questions based on this. Okay, the first question is the based on the fill in the blanks. Here, okay, so the options are given here as, so we have to apply the options and see which pattern is correct here. Let's stay with this, let's try with the first. X, Y, XY, then YY, Y, and Y, and X. Is it is a making a pattern like XY, then it is not making YY, XY, no. XYX, no, Y, no. Okay, so it is not making a pattern. So let's try with this second option. X, Y, Y, then x and y. X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. So it is making a pattern X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y, and X, Y. Okay, so this is a pattern here. Okay, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. There's a pattern X, Y is repeated. That's why option 2 is the correct answer. Okay, one of the student wants me to show the previous slide. This one or this one? Okay, next question. FUKPPK. Then what will be the next digit, next number here? So if you remember the concept of EJOTY, EF means E is at the 5th position, F is at the 6th position, JK, so J is at the 10th position, so K is at the 11th, P is at the 16th position, it is close to O, OP, so O is at the 15th position, so P is 16th position. Okay, so it's following a pattern 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 5 is 16. Okay, so next number should have to be 16 plus 5, that is 21. The first letter should have to be at the 21st position. Now U is at the 22nd position. P is at the 16th position. K is at the 11th position. Okay, so 22 from the left hand side, both from the left hand side, 22 minus 6 is 16, 16 minus 6 is 11, sorry. Okay, for this type of questions, you can see the next number should have to be like A, B, C, D. Okay, so see first the same positions from the same position F is at the 6th position from the left hand side and U is at the 6th position from the right hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so both are at the 6th position from the left hand side and the right hand side. K is at the 11th position from the left hand side and P is at the 11th positions from the right hand side. So here also P is at the 16th position. So accordingly, we have to do the next option. The answer is UF. Or you can see the pattern in this form also. FU, KP, PK, then UF also. So the second option is the correct answer. Okay, next question. Okay, I will explain again. One of the student wants me to explain that question again. FU, see the positions of FU. Okay, the position of F is from the left hand side is 6 and the position of U is from the right hand side is 6. If you write these numbers, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So the F is at the 6th position. Okay, U is also at the 6th position from the right hand side. If we calculate from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? K is at the 11th position from the left hand side and P is also at the 11th position from the right hand side. So similarly, we have to do the next number is UF. So the position will be here is increasing like 6 plus 5, 11 plus 5, 16. So next number should have to be 21. So the next number from the left hand side should have to be the U and the same position belongs to F. Does this make sense now? Ashwari, you understand? Please let me know if you have any doubt with this. Okay, next question. Okay, now see B is at the second position. Second plus 4. 2 plus 4, 2 plus 5. Okay, 4 distance, 2 plus 5 is 7 and G is at the 7th position. Okay, and A plus 5 also plus 5. First position, A is at the first position, plus 1 plus 5 is 6, so 6. F is at the 6th position. Same C is at the 3rd position. 3 plus 5 is 8. 3 plus 5 is 8, gives H and H is at the 8th position, right? Same thing again. G is at the 7th position. 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 is 12 and L is at the 12th position. Okay, and 6 plus 5 is 11 and 11 K is at the 11th position. 8 plus 5 is 13 and M is at the 13th position. So 12 plus 5 means the first letter should have to be the 17th position. 11 plus 5 should have to be the 16th position and 13 plus 5 should have to be at the 19th position. Sorry, 13 plus 5, 18th position. Okay, so at the 17th position, the letter is so QPR. The option first is the answer. Does this make sense? Do you understand this? Okay, now next question is the fill in the blank. So in this type of questions, you have to use the options to find whether it is giving the correct answer or not. Okay, let's start with the first option, y, x, y, x. So whether it is forming a pattern or not, y, x, y, y, x, y, 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 x. So it is not forming any pattern. Okay, let's try with the next, y, y, x, and y. So y, x, y, 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 x, y, y. So again, it is not forming any pattern. So the next is x, x, y, y. Let's try with this. X, x, y, y. X, x, y, y, x, y, y, y. So again, it is not forming any pattern. Let's try with the option 4. So in this way, you have to try all the options and see whether with which the correct pattern is forming. Y, x, x, and y. Y, x, y. Okay, y, x, y, y, x, y, y, x, y, y, x, y. So this the pattern is here. Y, x, y. So option 4 is the correct answer. Does this make sense? Please let me know if you have any doubt with any of the question. Okay, now next, only a few more questions. Question 1, BEHHKN. You can see that here the first here there are 3 letters in the first group. Okay, and the second group is starting from this the last letter of the first group. Okay, H. Okay, so the next group should have to be started with N. Okay, now B plus 3. B is at the 2 position and E is at the 5th position. 2 plus 3 is 5 and H is at the 8th position. So 2 plus 3 plus 3. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Here is at the 8th position. Okay. H plus 3. K is at the 11th position. 8 plus 3 is 11 and 11 plus 3 is 14 and N is at the 14th position. Okay. So here after N, the next number should have to be, N is at the 14th position. So 14 plus 3, the number should have to be 14 plus 3 is 17th position and 17 plus 3 is 20. 17th position is Q. So NQT. Third option is the correct answer. Do you understand this question? In this question, as one of the student wants me to repeat that. In this question, you can see that the last letter of this group is the first letter of this group. Okay, so the last letter of this group should have to be the first letter of the next group, N. Okay, and in the between them, B is at the 2 position, E is at the 5th position from the left hand side, H is at the 8th position. In between them, that you can see that there is a plus 3 gap. 2 plus 3 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay, H is at the 8th position, K is at the 11th position, and N is at the 14th position. So 8 plus 3 is 11, 11 plus 3 is 14. 14 plus 3 is 17. So N is at 14 plus 3 is 17. So 17th position is Q, and 17 plus 3 is 20. 20th position is T. So NQT is the answer. Okay. Now in this question, you can see that JF, 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 JF. In all the groups, the first and the last are common. JF, JF, JF. But only the middle letter is changing. A, E, I, O. So they are vowels. A, E, I, O. So next should have to be U. So J, U, F. Okay, so sometimes the questions are based not on the positions, can be based on the vowels also. So you can see that it is a very easy question. It is based on the vowels. Okay, one of the student wants me to explain the previous question from the second question of this slide. In this, because we have to find the blanks, which option is fitting in these blanks to make a particular pattern. Okay, so you can see that we have already substituted first, second, third options, and we have seen that there is no means it is not forming a pattern if we have substituted the options from 1, 2 and 3. If we are going to substitute the fourth option, okay, the pattern is forming here: yxy, 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 yxy. That's why the fourth option is the correct answer. Do you understand this now? Shall we move to the next question? Okay. Now this question, WXCD, UVEF, means here there are 4 letters in the every group. In the last letters of this group, you can see that CD, EF, GH, IJ. So they are following a pattern. The last 2 letters of that are following CD, EF, GH, IJ. So KL. The last 2 should have to be KL. Okay. Now KL is in only this option, so we can directly choose the first option as the answer because KL is only in the first option. Let's say for the other also. Okay, so in the other, they are following the pattern of QR, ST, UV, WX. They are forming the pattern in the from the this side, from the right hand side, QR, ST, UV, WX. So should have to be YZ. Sorry, because it is forming the pattern from here, so it should have to be OP. So OP, QR, ST, UV, WX, because they are forming for the first 2 letters, they are forming the pattern from the right hand side. So option 1 is the correct answer. Try see this question number 2. So have you seen the which pattern is following here? Okay. So in the second question, you can see that the pattern is following because here the missing letter is in the between. Okay. So let's try with this C D D D E F F F. Means the last letter of this is repeating here. C D then D D. Then after D E F then F F are repeating here. So here should have to be S A B means B B should have to be here. Okay. And for the first letter, you can see that N O P Q R S. So it is following the pattern like N O P Q R S. So here should have to be R B B. Option 4 is the correct answer. Okay. So missing letters question we have all done. If you have to any question related to this with the missing letters, please ask me. Okay. Otherwise, I have some questions, some basics related to the calendar based questions because I have seen some questions in the general aptitude session related to the calendar based. So I'm going to discuss with that also. Uh, what paragraph questions you are talking about, Logantham? Please let me know about that. And Smita, I'm going to repeat that question again as you want. You can see that here because here the missing letter is in between. Okay, so leave this part and just try to focus in this four because they are continuous. C, D, the last letters are like this, C, D. Then D is the last letter of this group is repeating here, D, D. Then E, F, after D, E, F, then F is repeating here, F, F. Okay, and the first letter is going like N, O, P, Q, R, S. Should have to be R here because they are going in this pattern N, O, P, Q, R, and then S. Should have to be the first letter is R. And because the last letters are in this form C, D, then D, D, then E, F, then F, F. So should have to be here S, A, B. So B, B. So R, B, B is the correct answer. If you put R, B, B here, it is following the pattern. Okay, after that, we are going to do the questions that are based on the calendar. And for the missing letters question, if you remember the positions of the letters, then you can answer the questions very easily. Okay, so always remember the concept of EJOTY and the right hand side and the left hand side concept. Now let's do the questions, calendar based questions. Okay, so first of the some basics of the calendar based questions. We know that in an ordinary year there are 365 days, which means 52 multiply 7 means there are 52 weeks and 1 day. Okay, one extra day because 364 is perfectly divided with the 7 and 1 day left. Loganthan, are you talking about the like paragraph as the question like for with the English uh, if the paragraph is given in the English and you have to find the answers. Are that paragraph questions are really related to math? Please explain Loganthan again. I'm not getting your question. Okay, let's do with the calendar based questions. In a ordinary year, means in a normal year, there are 365 days, means there are 52 weeks and 1 day. Means at that 1 day is known as the odd day. Okay, because it is not in the complete weeks. There are 52 complete weeks and there is one odd day. So one odd day, this additional day we call an odd day if 1st January of this year is on the Sunday. Okay, if 1st January of 2019 is, for example, if the 1st January of this year is on the Sunday, then 1st January next year will be exactly 52 full weeks and a day after that, so on a Monday. Okay, so 52 full weeks complete in the same day, that is Sunday. Okay, and the day after that should have to be the Monday. Okay, so if the 1st January of 2019 is on the day of Tuesday. So if you have to find the 1st January 2020, the day on the 1st January 2020, so it will be Wednesday, because 52 full weeks and a day after that, that is one odd day, that is after Tuesday, next day should have to be the Wednesday. So 1st January 2020 will be the Wednesday, because 1st January 2019 was Tuesday, and the year 2019 is not a leap year; it is a ordinary year. That's it has 365 days. Okay, so this is all right as long as the year is not a leap year. The Earth actually completes one orbit around the Sun in more than 365 days. Okay, after 365, there are some hours, like around 6 hours, it takes to complete the orbit, first one orbit. That's why a leap year occurs every 4 years to adjust that 6 hours. So 6 plus 6 plus 6. So in 4 years, we adjust that 24 hours in one leap year, and that count as the 366 days or two odd days. Okay, so leap year calculation, how to find the leap year, which year is a leap year, how we have to find. The year can be evenly divided by 4. Okay, the year should have to be evenly divided by 4. If the year can be evenly divided by 100, it is not a leap year. Okay, means the year should have to be divided by 4 and not with 100, or with 400. Either with 4 and not with 100, or with 400. Okay, in both this condition it is a leap year. If the year can be evenly divided by 100, it is not a leap year unless the year is also evenly divisible by 400. So in this way we can find which one is the leap year. For example, is 1800 is a leap year or not? Because 1800 is divisible by 100, right? So it should have to be divisible by 400, not just 4. Okay, so it is divisible by 400 or not? It is not divisible by 400. That's why it is not a leap year. 1800 is not a leap year. Because and now see for 2016, 2016 is not divisible by 100. Okay, that's why it we have to just see whether it is divisible by 4 or not. So it is divisible by 4, so 2016 is a leap year. Now concept of odd days is very important in determining the days of the week. How many odd days will there be in a century, in 100 years? Okay, there will be 24 leap years. In a century, there will be 24 leap years and 76 non-leap years. Okay, because after every 4 years there should have to be one leap year. So, and every 100 years in a century there will be 24 leap years and 26 non-leap years. Okay, and in according to the study we have seen that in a ordinary year there is one odd day, and in the leap year there are two odd days, right? So therefore in a century how many odd days are there? 24 multiplied by 2, because in this is 24 number are the leap year numbers, and 2, in every leap year there are two odd days. 76 are ordinary years, and there is one odd day in every ordinary year. So 24 multiplied by 2 plus 76 multiplied by 3 gives 124. Now again 124 divided by 7, because 7 days make a week. So 24 divided by 7 gives the remainder as 5. So in a century there are 5 odd days. Okay, in century there are 5 odd days. In 200 years, in 100 years there are 5 odd days. In 200 years there are 3 odd days. Just because 100, we can write 200 as 2 multiplied by 100. Okay, 2 and 100 years has 5 odd days. So 2 multiplied by 5 is 10, and 10 divided by 7 gives the remainder as 3. So there are 3 odd days in the 200 years. 300 years there are 1 odd day. How we have calculated? You can see that. And in 400 years there are 0 odd day. So remember this so that you can easily answer the questions without wasting your time. In 100 years there are 5 odd days. 200 years 3 odd days. 300 years there is 1 odd day, and 400 years that is 0 odd day. Okay, one of the student wants me to repeat the how I have calculated for 100 years. 100 years in a century of 100 years, because after every 4 years there is a leap year. So there will be total 24 leap years and 46 non-leap years. Okay, how we have calculated that? How many leap years? So there will be 24 leap years and 76 non-leap years. In every leap year, okay, there are 2 odd days. We have calculated that. How? Because 366 divided by 7 gives 52 weeks and 2 odd days. This is of the leap year. And 365 is of the normal year, divided by 7 gives 52 weeks plus 1 odd day. Okay, so means in leap years In 24 leap years, how many odd days are? 24 multiplied by 2. Plus in non-leap years, 76 multiplied by 1. So there are total 124 odd days. Now that odd days also make a week because 7 odd days make a week. Okay, so 124 divided by 7 gives you remainder as 5. Okay, so 124 is not exactly divisible by 7, it gives the remainder of 5. So this is the number of odd days in a century. So 100 has 5 odd days. Odd day means the total weeks are completed and then the next after that the next day. Like in a normal in the month of November, this is the month of November, so you can see that in the month of November that there are 30 days. Means 30 days means 4 weeks, 4 weeks plus 2 days. 4 weeks means 28 days plus 2 days more. So that 2 days known as the odd days, because these are 2 odd days in the month of November, because they are not completing the week here. Now you understand the concept of odd days. It is very important for solving the questions related on the based on the calendars. Madhu, do you want to ask any question? The days that don't form that don't form a complete week, that are known as the odd days. Like in a year there are 365 days, so there are complete 52 weeks and 1 day, so that 1 day is known as the one odd day. In a leap year there are total 366 days. If we divide 366 by 7, so it gives 52 weeks plus 2 odd day, means the remainder is 2, means there are 2 days, that 52 total weeks completed. Okay, and there are 2 days, so that 2 days are known as the odd days. So that's why we have calculated how 124 divided by 7 here. Okay, so 124 divided by 7, so you can see that if we have divided 124 divided by 7, it gives 5 remainder. Means in 124 days there are 17 weeks and 5 days. So that 5 days are known as the 5 odd days. Does this make sense now? So just remember, okay, because in the questions there is no need to find like how you have to calculate it 100 years. It is just for your knowledge. So 100 years gives us 5 odd days, 200 years gives us 3 odd days, 300 years gives us 1 odd day, and 400 gives years the 0 odd day. Means there are total complete weeks. Okay. So remember these things. Okay, 100 means the century, 1 century, 2 centuries, 3 centuries, and here 4 centuries. And how I have calculated for 200 years, you can see that 200, we can write 200 as 2 multiply 100. In 100 years, there are 5 odd days. So 2 multiply 5 is 10, means 10 odd days are 10 odd days, but 10, 7 days make a week. So 10 divided by 7 gives remainder 3. So there are 3 odd days in the 200 years. Okay. Now in the month of January, there are 31 days. 31 days. So 28 days makes complete 4 weeks. 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. So 28 days makes 7 means 4 weeks. So 31 minus 28 means 3 odd days. In the January, there are 4 weeks and 3 odd days. In the month of February gives us 0 odd day in a normal year, and in a leap year 1 odd day. And we can calculate for all other months, like we have calculated already. We calculated for the November. In November there are 2 odd days because it is the month of 30 days. So 28 days plus 2 days means 4 weeks plus 2 days means 2 odd days. Okay, now how there are some tricks to solve this question. In the total first 6 months, that is January to June, gives us 6 odd days. From January to June gives us 6 odd days in a normal year and 7 to 0 odd days in a leap year. Okay, so the first 6 months gives us 6 odd days in a normal year, but in a leap year because February has 29 days in that. So that gives us 0 odd day from January to June. And these the second half, which is after 30th June, in the total first 9 months, in the total first 9 months, that is from January to September, gives us 0 odd days in a normal year and 1 odd day in a leap year. So if you remember these things, you can answer the question easily. Like for example, if the question is says 1st Jan 2020 is on Wednesday. Find the day on 1st July 2020. Okay, so you can see that 2020 is a leap year. Okay, so it means from January to June there are, it gives, from January to June it gives 0 odd days because this is a leap year. Okay, so means there are total completely weeks. So complete weeks. So after completing the June, on 1st July it gives the next day after Wednesday, that is Thursday. So 1st July 2020 will be the day of July. The day of Thursday. Does this make sense? So in this way, if you know these tricks, you can answer the question easily without wasting your time more. Okay, because in the general aptitude session, you have to save your time as much as you can. For example, first of all, see in the total first 6 months from January to June. From January to June, there are the first 6 months, and from July to December, there are the next 6 months. From January to June, for a normal year, it gives 6 odd days. For a leap year, it gives 0 odd day. 0 odd day means there are complete weeks. Okay. So if the date is 1st January 2020 is Wednesday, then the day on 1st July 2020 will be, because 2020 is a leap year, means from January to June, it gives 0 odd day. As 2020 is a leap year, because it is divisible by 4 but not 100, right? So that's why it is a leap year. And January to June, it gives 0 odd day, means on the 1st July. After June, there will be 1st July. So 1st July is the complete weeks after Wednesday. So it gives the next day after Wednesday, that will be Thursday. That will be Thursday. sorry, after Wednesday, when they complete the week, means the week will be completed from Wednesday to Tuesday, like from Monday to Sunday. So the week will be completed on Tuesday. So the uh, next day will be the Wednesday itself, because the week started from the Wednesday and it's end on the Tuesday. So the next week will again start from the Wednesday because it is a zero odd day. Okay. Now, when you count from the beginning, like from the 1st January 0001, the one odd day means Monday. Okay. When the calendar has made, it starts from the first odd day, that is Tuesday, Monday, then Tuesday. 3 odd days mean Wednesday, and so on. 6 odd days means Saturday from the 1st January 0001. Now some examples. Any date in March is the same day of the week as corresponding date in of the same year. Any date in March is the same day of the week as the corresponding date in of the same year. Mean for the same year, which month have the same calendar. Like if 1st March, for example, if the 1st March of that year is on the Tuesday, then of which month the which month of the same year the first date is on the Tuesday also. Okay, they have the same calendars. It is not necessary that they should have to be the same number uh, number of days, like that it can be 30 and other can have be the 31. There is no necessary, but the same type of calendar. So 2 months have same corresponding days if number of odd days between these 2 months is 0. Okay, between these 2 months is 0. So from the March, if we calculate it, uh, from March and between March and to November, the total number of days is 245. Between March and November, the total number of days is 245. So 245 divided by 7 gives 0 odd day. Means these 2 months have exactly same calendar. So March and November have the same calendar, means any date in March is the same day of the week as the corresponding date in of the same year of November. So November is the answer. So for answering this type of questions, 2 months have same corresponding days if number of odd days between these 2 months is 0. Next question. The last day of a century cannot be. The last day of a century cannot be this. Okay, for this question, you can see the solution. 100 years contains 5 odd days. Therefore, the last day of the first century is Friday. The first century, the starting from the beginning. Okay, first 100 years. Okay, the last day, because the first date it starts from the Monday. So 5 odd days means the Friday. So last day of the first century is Friday.
200 years contains 3 odd days. Okay, so second century is on the Wednesday. 300 years, 300 years has 1 odd day, means Monday. 400 years contains 0 odd day, that is Sunday. The last day of the 4th century is Sunday. Okay, and the cycle is repeated. After 400 years, cycle is repeated again. 100, 200 means again the last day of the 100 years will be Friday, then uh, Wednesday, then Monday, then Sunday. Okay, so you can see that the last day of a century cannot be Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday. So from the given options, the answer is C. Five multiplied 2 is 10. Yes. Just don't see this 3 odd days. It means 5 multiplied 2 is 10. 10 divided by 7, because 7 days make a week. So 10 divided by 7 gives 3 remainder. Not their division is 3. 10 divided by 7 gives 1. You can write it, 1, 3 by 7. So 3 is the remainder. So 3 odd days. How Sunday for the 4th century? Because the 400 years, of the 400 years, there is 0 odd day. The first day is Monday. Okay, so the week completed from Monday to Sunday, because there is 0 odd day. So when the week is completed, the last day is Sunday. 1 odd day means Monday. 2 odd day means Tuesday. 3 odd days means Wednesday. Because it has 0 odd day, means the week has completed Sunday, because normally the week has started from Monday to Sunday, because the first week has started from Monday. Fifteen divided by 7 gives 1 odd day. 15 divided by 7, 14 is completely divisible by 7 and gives 1 odd day, 1 remainder. So there is 1 odd day. Okay, so in the last day of a century cannot be Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday. How you can see this? Okay, we have calculated all this. So the Saturday is the answer. So for any century, last day cannot be Tuesday or Thursday or Saturday. Okay, now next question. What was the day on the 16th July 1776? What was the day on the 16th July 1776? So for this, first of all, calculate the broke this years into the centuries. So 1600, we can broke the 1600 plus 100 plus 76. Okay, so 1600 means the complete 16 centuries. Okay, the multiple of 4, so means 0 odd day. Okay, 1600 years, 0 odd day. Then 100 years gives 5 odd days. Okay, and this not 76 years, not, because 16th July 1776. So there are 75 years and 75 years and some number of days. Okay, so there are 75 years. In 75 years, there are 57 ordinary years and 18 leap